up, yo? This is Ryder here to review the Ultraman Z Shogun Ultra Metal 02. So this is, as implied, a second candy toy set of Ultra Metals. To which this lineup is weird because they decided to also re-release the Beta Smash Metals. Basically, not wasting, but like taking up 3 potential slots for other metals. And just not being consistent with what set 1 did. Because honestly, I felt like set 1 they probably could have done that, so then you could have done the Zero special combo with the DX Zero, the Zero Metal, the Gashapon Zero Metal, and the Candy Toy Zero Metal. I feel like they would have done that now, but they didn't do that for some reason. So instead, we only have 5 Kaiju metals. Galvatron Mark II, Gil Valis, because of him, Horboros, and King and Ace Killer. I did this in the wrong order. So, these 2 are the only ones I did not get boxed. There's a reason why that ended up being the case, but we will take a look at we'll take a look at the box itself. For the most part, it's the same. It's just now in red, and then we got Beta Smash and such. So we have the metal right there, and then it just tells you it comes with the metal and the gum. And I don't know why, but they changed up the box design or outline for some reason. Here's the gum, but if you recall, the tops, I guess because they thought it was repetitive to repeat this twice, so they decided to move the lineup that was originally here to up here. And now, what is this text for? Like, what is this text for? Why was this necessary? It wasn't present before. Yeah, like, I don't... Oh. Well, no? Like, look at how much more wordy these are now. Why? Here's Gil Valis. Again, we can only show the front because they wiped the top, and then here's Horboros. Alright, so I'll properly cover them in their proper lineup. So, number 4 of this wave is King. Why are you not focusing? But here's King. Obviously, it's King. I really do like this, like, just straight on side profile of King. It's a really interesting perspective I haven't seen them in. And they're yellow, obviously, because it's King. And obviously, it's a Kaiju metal, so it's black. And obviously, there's the serial numbers. Next up, we have Ace Killer, to which Ace Killer is really cool in this art, in this style too, and they're purple. Their serial number. Ace Killer is number 5, and then 6 through 8 are these 3. So, Galactron Mark II. Obviously from Jeed. Technically, because there is a Galactron, but we don't have him. Galactron's also purple, and you can tell it's obviously Mark II has the upgraded face and such, and you can tell its name is a lot longer. The serial number. Gil Vallis, also from the same G movie, but also reappeared in Z. This one's yellow. Serial number. And then, last but not least, Ouroboros, which is also really cool to see. Obviously, coming from Rube. And this one's green. Just like the Rube Crystal. And the serial number. I think Ellie King came from 7, and Ace Killer obviously is from Ace. Zet Riser. Alright, so Kaijus, I'm going to be lazy. We're going to combine them all. And then we'll use Ouroboros to have 3 different LEDs. I apologize for the LEDs not showing up well. Oops. It's just funny hearing the difference between a Showa Kaiju and a new generation Kaiju. Because the Showa, like, Ellie King Ace Killers are short, and then Ouroboros just goes on. There we summon them. Kaburagi would have won if he just summoned them. Sorry. I was trying to correct myself and say Celebro. I apologize that you can't see the LEDs. Alright, so we got 2 fusions we can do with the Kaburagi access card, to which we'll do a Belial Fusion Rise with Ellie King and Ace Killer. Woohoo! We're Belial Thunder Killer. The finisher. I just realized this is technically not. It's not technically. It is our second Belial fusion we can do. Because for now we didn't have any of the things that we didn't have enough kaijus to do them with. And last but not least is with the last 3 medals. So we're going to take Ouroboros, Gilvalis, and Galactron Mark II. Battery exhaust. Alright. So Metaboros is the upgraded form of Ouroboros, with him, I think, having the claws of Gilvalis and the mask of Galactron Mark II. Oh, alright. I didn't acknowledge that. Alright. And it doesn't have a new sound. Somehow. It's like, you... How do you not have sounds for your own creations? We do have one Ultraman related fusion we can do, which requires us to use Victory from the last set. And King. So there we did an Ultrans, to which, obviously, as it said, we are now Victory King Tail. The finisher. Alright. No attack yet again, because I don't think the Orb Ring nor the G-Riser ever had finishers for these things. So overall, what I think about this is that while it's unfortunate that we did lose out on 3 medals, I still think this is still a really nice selection of kaijus and such. Like, again, there's not too many combinations we can do, because, like despite that there's not too many combinations we can do, because technically, what I was going to say is that there's only one outside combination we're able to do. But other than that, I really like that this set is very self-contained. Because basically, because you need the Kaburagi Axis card set anyway to actually use these medals, you're gonna get like a good value out of getting this set, because you know, King and Ace Killer obviously go along with Belial to make Thunder Killer, and then at the time you were able to make this combination that no one knew about. Because I think when this was released, Metsuboros wasn't even in the show yet. But other than that, I do like how on par this is with Gashapon too, with them starting to try to roll out the kaiju medals and giving us stuff that we can actually, more things we can do and such. But this has the same problems like the first Candy Toy set, where it's kind of impossible on collecting. Because for some reason, King and Ace Killer are highly desirable to people for some reason. I genuinely do not know why. These are 2 of the most impossible medals to get in the entire toy line, which is why it also took me forever to get these two. Getting the Metzaboros trio was a piece of cake, because getting these three in a bundle is cheap. Again, I think it was like $10 when I got them initially. But the LA King duo, why? Why are people holding these back? There's nothing special about these two medals. Because, like, no one hogs out any of their other merch. So why is it the medals they hog? It doesn't make any sense. But I finally eventually gave in and decided to get these two medals together for $22, which is steep, but I think it's better than these $70 or the $60 they originally sold for. I think 22 is a lot better deal, because at least I'm getting each medal for like $11 each. To which, obviously, at this point, that was how much I was getting in like individual medals. So if you can find an absolutely good deal on these two medals, I suggest for you to go out and try to get this set. Because this is honestly like a really good set. And I just think it's so unfortunate that they didn't bother with a set 3. Alright, because I think this series definitely should have benefited from a set 3. So then we could have actually filled in some necessary gaps. But obviously that has already passed us and such. But yeah. Again, I just think it's more baffling that like we didn't get a set 3, because again, set 1 and 2 I think were back to back, unless set 2 was the thing where it got released in October. I feel like that might have been the case when I think about it now, but I'm just happy to finally have these, or just to finally complete this set, because it was 3 years?